What's going on, guys? Welcome to the program. Welcome to Currency World, where we discuss everything coins and currency. Feels good to be back after a lengthy hiatus from the channel. Hopefully I will be able to bring you guys new videos every week this summer, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I was at a large coin and currency show recently here in Chicago, where I had the chance to sit down with one of the biggest Romanian banknote collectors in the United States. The quality of this collection is truly inspiring, and this collection is easily worth well over $75,000. For those of you that don't already know, I'm Romanian, which is a big part of the reason why I collect Romanian banknotes. This video will feature many large-sized Romanian Kingdom notes, many of which were designed in France, and in my opinion, these notes are among the most beautiful and intricately designed in the world. But then again, I'm a little biased. Due to the massive size of this collection, I will be featuring it in a 4-part series, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notifications icon if you haven't already so you don't miss any of the videos. This collector was very gracious to let me share this with you guys, so make sure to leave a like and show some love down in the comment section. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into part 1.
Here we go. This first note is a very rare 100 Lei note from 1896. This note features the Romanian eagle on the front and the Roman Emperor Trajan at center on the back. Many of these early Romanian banknotes were actually designed in France, which is why you guys will see that many of these notes are reminiscent of French notes from the same time period. Next up, we have a 20 Lei banknote from 1919. Again, Romanian eagle on the back and the French influence in the design. All of these early notes are actually from the Romanian Kingdom period when Romania was still a monarchy. Up next is the 5 Lei note from 1928. The front of this note features a farmer's wife on the left, a reoccurring motif in early Romanian banknotes. The back features imagery from Greek and Roman mythology, also a common theme among these notes. Next is another 5 Lei note, but this one from 1920. This collector actually has many of the different year and signature variations for every banknote type. The 2 white spaces feature watermarks with the heads of Trajan and the head of the Roman goddess Minerva. As you can see already, all of these notes are very high grade. The quality is just incredible. Keep in mind this collection is only of his graded notes. He told me that he has many more ungraded notes back home. All right, moving right along, we have a 500 Lei note, again featuring the agricultural themes on the front and back, along with the watermarks. And next up, we have a 1 Lei note, very small note, as you guys can see, featuring Romulus and Remus on the back. Next, we have a 2 Lei note, also from the same time period, 1920s, and featuring a very interesting design on the back as well. All of these Kingdom period notes. Again, we have another 2 Lei note, also in excellent condition, and with the inscription on the back and the Romanian Kingdom seal of the Romanian monarchy. Next up, we have another 2 Lei note, this one a specimen. Specimen notes were just to show the design of the actual notes and were not released into circulation. This time we have another 1 Lei note, this one with a red tinge, and this one is actually from a different year. Again, another 2 Lei note, this one the red variation, again from a different year. As I said, this collector collects all of the signature and year variations, very intricate collection. Next up, we have a 5 Lei specimen note. Again, this one with the blue design. You can compare that to the more purplish designs of the ones we saw earlier. Next up, we have a 500 Lei note from 1938 featuring Carl II and a castle in Romania, Castle Peleș, on the back. And now we have a very large note, 1000 Lei, also from the same pre-war period, prior to Romania entering the Second World War. And at the center, we can actually see a watermark of Carl II. I'm not sure if the camera picks up this watermark, but I'm trying to show it to you guys right there in the center. And again, on the back, the agricultural themes once again. This is one of my favorite notes. It's a 500 Lei note from 1940 featuring Carl II and this very intricate pattern on the back featuring one of Romania's great national heroes, Mihai Viteazu, translated to Michael the Brave, and that was also on the back his coronation procession in a city named Alba Iulia, which is in the northern part of Romania. Again, he has another one of these notes. Take a look at the back, pause the video, one of my favorite notes. Up next, we have a 1000 Lei note in near perfect 68 condition. And for notes that are nearly 100 years old, this kind of condition is unprecedented, guys, so take a look. Up next, we have a 500 Lei note from the 1940s, and on the back it features again that design we saw earlier of Castle Peleș in Romania. Another 500 Lei note, this one in much better condition, and this one is actually with a different signature than the one I previously showed you. Again, that same design on the back. And up next, another 500 Lei note, different year, different signature. You guys can take a look at that. The agricultural themes on the front, Castle Peleș on the back, and really tremendous condition on these notes, guys. This is not something you see every day. Another 500 Lei note. These were actually released in multiple years with multiple signature combinations, which is why you guys are seeing so many of them. And this is one of the more common notes in this collection. Next up, another 500 Lei note. This one in near perfect condition. 66, exceptional paper quality. These kind of notes are really hard to come by in this condition. Another 1000 Lei note with the different year and signature variety. And next up, we have another 1000 Lei note. You guys will notice the watermark at center. Again, that's Emperor Trajan in the middle, I think. The other red variety 1000 Lei notes had the watermark of Karl II. This one is a 2000 Lei note. There you can see the watermark of Emperor Trajan. The agricultural themes, again, displayed prominently on the back with factories on the right side of the note, again, showing Romania's modernization during this time period. Another 2000 Lei note. You can see the baby suckling on the front, and again, that motif I mentioned of agriculture with industry now, as Romania begins to see a transition in the war period. And these notes would have been from World War II. Here we see a different variation on the watermark. This one reads BNR, which stands for Banca Națională Română, and that's Romania's national bank. It is still a big institution in Romania to this very day, and it is responsible for printing and releasing Romanian banknotes. Yet again, another 2000 Lei note with a different signature variation and in a different grade. And these notes are actually really large, guys. Probably a little bit bigger than the palm of my hand. A specimen 500 Lei note from 1930. These were produced between 1943 to 1944. And these notes are actually quite common, but the specimens are not. And again, we will see the watermark of Trajan right there. And on the front is actually Trajan and Decebal, which is a very prominent Dacian leader. If you guys aren't familiar with Dacia, you might want to take a look at some of my other videos, my Romanian Gold videos, where I talk a little bit more about the history of Romania and the significance behind all of the imagery on these notes and coins. Here we see the BNR design watermark in the background of this note as I hold it up for you guys. And next up, we have another one of these notes. Again, you can see the BNR watermark throughout. And again, on the back, that transition from an agricultural society to an industrial society. There's actually a cart full of oxen, and that is heading towards the city, where you can see factories to the left on the back of these notes. Another one of these notes. This is another note that had many different signature variations and different pattern variations on the notes, and they were also released for multiple years, so that's what you guys are seeing right here. That's why he's got so many of these. Specimen 100,000 lei note. This is a higher denomination note, and you guys will see that as the war progressed, hyperinflation set in, as with many countries, and Romania was no exception. They began printing larger denomination notes, and you guys will notice that they kind of used the design from the previous 1,000 lei note, and they added the Romanian royal seal at center, but the design is essentially the same aside from the perforation that you guys will notice on the left, where it also says Romania in cursive. Really amazing grade on these, and I can't stress that enough, especially for these larger notes. Having grades in the 64 and up is very difficult, and even today's modern banknotes, fresh off the press, many of them won't grade this high. So seeing these kind of notes of this age in this kind of condition is something really special.
There you have it, guys. Part 1 of this awesome collection. Let me know which note was your favorite in the comment section down below. Also, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon so that you don't miss part 2 of this 4-part series. Last but not least, don't forget to show some love in the comment section down below for the collector that let me share this with you guys. Alright, I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.